son, where'd you find this?
Don't be offended by the truth. They be offended because you called out the truth. Simple as that. They don't want to hear any other narrative that makes them look bad.
One thing I can't stand at this big grown age is somebody who acts like cause and effect does not exist. Like, yes, your actions caused this outcome. Yes, what you did lit the match. Like, why are you surprised and playing victim?
Guys, Chico, they never lie.
That's how you know somebody doesn't respect you. They listen to reply, not to be understood. They cut you off. They minimize what actually matters to you. They laugh at your boundaries, and then they call you sensitive when you try to hold the line. They show up late, they cancel last minute, forget the things you've told them, because in their world, your time, your energy, even your voice aren't a priority. They're just an option. You see, there are two kinds of people. Those who adjust when they realize they've actually hurt you, and those who expect you to adjust so they don't have to change. You don't need to be disrespected loudly to be disrespected deeply. Sometimes you'll see it. It's just in their tone, in their patterns, in the silence after you're known. Respect isn't what they say when they're watching. It's how they act when they think you'll.
Mantra, slave song, slave ship, rip skin, made me rip bones. But no matter how close I hide, my ancestors speak. They tell me the tide isn't front on us like we're weak. I haven't been getting sleep. Longing to sing until I surpass peak. Until they think we are equal, please. All I want is peace. My ancestors beat drums until their bones would bleed. Begging the generations remember our story.
What up, what up, what up? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Peace and blessings, glory, praise, and honor to the Most High. Happy Hump Day. Salutes to the good people. Shout out to my poets, my writers, my content creators, etc., etc. Happy to be here with you guys another Wednesday morning. You see the title. You know what this is about. I got a clip I'm going to play just in case you're not familiar with the story. I'm grateful. I just want to say I'm glad nobody was hurt. This could have gone completely bad for Rhianna, her family, and anybody else that was associated with this situation. But just in case you're not familiar with this story, I got something that I want to play for y'all. And then I'm just going to share my thoughts. And we're going to go on with the rest of our day.
The assault rifle attack on Rhianna's mansion, as we're learning more about the woman police say opened fire on the Grammy winner's home. Eyewitness News reporter Liz Nagy live outside the Beverly Glen home with new revelations tonight. Liz.
Mark, tonight investigators are looking into new videos posted online long before they say Ivana Ortiz showed up here outside Rhianna's home with a gun. Now tonight, what investigators are really trying to figure out is if Ortiz traveled from her home in Orlando here to LA with the intention of shooting Rhianna or her home. Locked in an LA County jail for a second night on a multi-million-dollar bond, investigators are now digging into the criminal history and online musings of Ivana Ortiz, this Florida woman arrested and charged with trying to kill Rhianna. The R&B singer had apparently been on Ortiz's mind for some time.
Listen, Rhianna, when you die, God is taking me to my future. You want to kill me. Shut the up.
Investigators are now looking at this rambling talk-to-camera video posted on January 4th and many others like it on Ortiz's social media profiles. Strapped with a semi-automatic rifle, LA investigators say Ortiz rolled up outside Rhianna's Beverly Glen home and fired multiple rounds at the house. Tape on the front gate now covers roughly half a dozen bullet holes.
Westfield unit, shooting just occurred. from the vehicle. I believe the shots came from across the street.
The Grammy Award-winning singer was home at the time, but it's still not clear if her partner, A$AP Rocky, and their 3 children were also there. Monday, passing tour buses were full of people who seemed baffled by the violent crime.
I don't know what gets into these people, why anyone would want to harm such a sweet person like Rhianna.
After fleeing the scene, police tracked Ortiz's Tesla and arrested her near a Sherman Oaks mall Sunday afternoon.
Our criminalists are going to be doing some trajectory analysis. They're going to need the street in order to get that.
Monday, investigators spent the day retracing an alleged attempted murder that somehow ended without a single injury. All the more incredible because investigators say those bullets actually hit at least 2 other homes on this block. Tonight, Ortiz is locked in jail on attempted murder charges with more than $10 million bond. We're live in Beverly Glen tonight. Liz Nagy, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Nigga, who do you think you kidnapped? Hillary Clinton? This shit is crazy. I'm glad nobody was hurt. Let me get that out the way. I'm glad nobody was hurt. This includes neighbors, especially neighbors. You know what's sad about this? She won't be the first or the last. What am I talking about? You know how many men and women are online that are just like that? They think just like her. Y'all be obsessive. Dangerously obsessive with celebrities. I don't know if they got you under a trance. I don't know if it's some type of demonic spell that you under. This is why I say, and I say it again, stop idolizing and worshiping celebrities. Stop treating these people like they're larger than life. The woman in question here, I don't know who she is. I don't really know what her background is, but she had a following, which is absolutely fucking weird to me. How anybody could support her. What is her history? What does she really believe in? She's talking about God, how God is using her as a vessel to bring down the evil, which is Rhianna, and she's plotting on her and this, that, and the third. Ma'am, don't nobody know who you are. I didn't know who you was before any of this. What are you talking about? Now, the conspiracy theorists in me, I don't trust nobody in Hollywood. I think most of them sold their soul. I think most of them are wicked. We see it's easier to give them a pass because you like them, because they make good music, or because you're attracted to them and all that shit. But really, if you think about it, a lot of them folks, they have absolutely sold their soul, or they've compromised themselves for that dollar. I don't know if that's a Rhianna situation. The way this woman is talking, it was very, very disturbing, very troubling. On one side, I'm like, she's playing the insane role. So when she gets locked up, she can say, well, I ain't been on my medication. I've been diagnosed. Have a heart. Give me a lighter sentence. I'm crazy. I didn't know what I was doing. Another part of me believes that she got some demons with her that she's exploring They got the best of her. She jumped out the window and decided that she was going to take matters in her own hands. How do you... I got so many questions. First of all, how the fuck does somebody who talk like this so recklessly on social media acquire a assault rifle? How do you get access to something like that? You sound cuckoo as hell, unless you just bullshitting around, pretending like you don't know what the hell is going on, but you really know what's going on. And anybody who put a gun in her hand is absolutely crazy shit to me. Have you seen any of the videos? Have you listened to how she talk? She sounds like a cult leader. She sounds like she's been doing this for so long that she has some people that actually listens to the things that she say out of her mouth. And this is why I be like, man, everybody shouldn't have a platform, bro. I need answer. I need to know what was her upbringing like. I need to know, has she been diagnosed with anything? I need to know how her relationship with her parents were. I need answers. I want to know how this social media make this woman so relevant to the extent that she could just get on camera and say the shit that she was saying. Like, I hear people talk about the Illuminati and all that other stuff. I get that. This right here, though, this is different. This was extremely special. I don't know if she on powder. I don't know what the hell was happening here, but you put her life at risk. You put her kids' lives at risk. You put that man's life at risk, and you put other people passing by his life at risk for what? What was the purpose? What was the cause? You tell it. What are you saying? Are you Batman? Are you a superhero? Were you sent to take care of the injustices and the evildoers of the world? Is that what this was about? Is that what you're trying to convince me this was? You're telling me that you're an angel and you were sent to take down the empire? Stop it. This shit was absolutely nuts. Like, I don't understand. We don't always agree with what these people are doing. I don't agree with half of the shit that the country is under. I don't agree with what Trump is doing. I don't agree with the people that are in positions of power. I'm not going out of my way to play Sister Soldier and try to assassinate these folks because of their wicked ways or their alleged wicked ways. And to use God in your mess is absolutely trifling. Don't bring him into that. He didn't tell you to do that. Stop it. You censored me, literally telling the world that she's going to assassinate this woman on occasions. And y'all allowed to post on social media. She's still allowed to have any type of voice amongst the folks. So her message is okay to go out there to the world. It's okay for her to say what she's saying to folks. you picking and choose with other. And just imagine this: hundreds and thousands of other men. So here's my thing: whether or not you believe Rhianna's evil or not, that's subjective. It's not my place. It's not my place to crucify any man or woman. We don't have the authority to do that. That's not our right. That's God. God and Jesus Christ is the only ones that can do it. We keep out of ourselves thinking we can do everything that God does. He gives us the authority to do certain things, but we be going over the limit, way far and beyond our jurisdiction. How did we get here? You know, the sad thing is a lot of these artists, you know what you're doing. You know what type of lifestyle you're living. You know exactly what you're putting out here in the universe. You know who you serve. You know what master you pray to. You know what life and death you're speaking. You know what you've been interacting with throughout your career. You reap what you sow. I can't say for one thing or another if this was an attempt on her life because of one thing or another. This shit is messy. How do you really look at this? Because there's some people that are saying Jay-Z is upset with Rhianna for not wanting to work with him. There's other people saying other things. Like, how do you put yourself in this type of situation? Being a famous singer, entrepreneur, you selling merchandise, everybody loving and adore you, but you know there's always going to be one or two out there in the world that can't stand your guts for whatever reason. It might not even be a genuine reason behind it. They just can't stand you just because of who you are and because they ain't got what you got. I don't feel bad. It's you see they driving or they have drivers, they can pretty much buy whatever they want. They can go wherever they want. They can live however they want. And they pretty much get away with it, any and everything that they want. But you don't see the struggle, the unhappiness, the bitterness, the pain, the fighting, the arguments, the domestic abuse, the drug addictions and habits. And you don't see all of the bad and dark shit that go on behind the camera. You don't know if they sacrificing cows and chickens, if they eating fucking cow ears and all. You don't know what these people are doing off screen. All you see is this beauty in front of the camera that took them hours to produce. The world is mesmerized by it. You're captivated by the fame, the physique, the voice, the fashion. This woman, Ivana, had a channel. She had a platform where she spoke very openly about how she felt towards this woman. Nobody said anything. Nobody noticed that there was an issue here. No, say something, do something. No, nobody being proactive. So nobody thought that this was a serious threat. We just thought she was crazy, or you ignored her, or you thought she was entertaining. You're a part of the code. Some people can say whatever the hell they want on social media, and you have a good dozen people that will take you serious, and they will really honestly feel where you're coming from because of a broken place that they are in, think that you are speaking gospel, and you're not speaking gospel. You're speaking from a real evil and wicked place, a place of hatred, a place of, I have an assignment and my mission is to destroy. My mission is to steal and rob and remove people from the sight of the creator. My mission is to cause chaos. You watching or you listening, good. This is what I need you to do. I need you to start hating this person. I need to start praying against this person. I need you to start doing that. Everybody shouldn't have a voice, man. There's a weird, odd sickness to listening to somebody speak about God in a way that's extremely like blasphemous, or just, if you're going to talk about something like this, you got to be very responsible. She came off and comes off like she ain't got some stuff going on with her. I'm going to try to find one of them clips. I did save one. I wasn't sure if I was going to play it, but I want to, because I need to understand how she could go that long speaking the way she was, and people just ignored it. Then again, no, I don't. I do get it. I do. Most people don't really care about your voice unless you actually have the numbers. Unless you've been followed by 1 million people, people don't give a shit about what you're talking about. They just glance over it. You're nobody. Why would I care? Now you take it serious. Now you're going to listen. But guess what? You know there's 100 more people just like her. They probably feel the same way about this person and that person. Nobody's listening to it. It's just no different than a bully in school. Y'all ignore it. Y'all don't do nothing to chastise your badass kids. And then when somebody loses their life because of bullying, then you want to take it serious. Then you want to address it. Then you want to acknowledge it. Well, where was you at when all the signs were there? Where were you at when people were pleading and begging and asking for help? This is a multi-billion-dollar company. YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. You have so many personalities up here. You got people who do videos about self-cutting. You got people who do videos about feet. You got people who talk about Pokemon. We have a duty to ensure the safety of our neighbors, our family, our loved ones. And if you're not doing that, what's the point of the community in the first place? Let it have been anybody else, their channel would have been gone. Hell, y'all took my Instagram from me for a whole year. All because I was telling people not to eat certain food. All because I said they putting this, that, and the third, and don't eat it. This woman is up here talking about she's going to do this and what? I still allowed her to be on social media. Am I missing something here? Please tell me. Help me help you. I want people to be safe. I want people to feel comfortable. I want people to be able to live their life however they see fit. Whether or not you're famous or not, you should be able to come and go as you wish without looking over your shoulder or worried about somebody being obsessed with you and wanting to end your life because of some petty, childish ass reasons. You do not decide or get the right to determine whether or not somebody lives or dies, ma'am. What the hell are you on? Even if they were evil. This is the other clip that I wanted to play. Is it this one? Yeah, I want to play this one. Let's play this one. Let's hear a little bit more of this. Dude, this is old. This is shit before she even did what she did. Hold up. Let me see if this is the one I want right here. I'll bring this one up on a big screen. Let's play this one.
Trying to literally throw a ray of.
Hold up. Hold on a minute.
At me to push me down. You're not.
What the hell are you? Let me leave out. Oh shit. My bad. I muted the tab. I forgot to unmute this shit. Let's start it again.
I don't want you, and you don't go there. And you know what? God's judgment is going to be overwhelming against you when he grabs you and throws you down. I've already seen it. You saw Rhianna. You saw her picture. She has a very big forehead and an ugly, ugly nose. That's God's judgment on her. I keep telling her to stop harassing me. To stop harassing me. And she keeps doing it. She keeps harassing me. And I already bought stock in Ulta. And I have staked in Ulta. So now those energies can't harass me when I go into Ulta anymore. When I go into Ulta, the devil tries to antagonize me or instigate against me by the pictures that are there. But you know what? I bought steak in there and I said, forget you. This is mine too. You're not going to be throwing bad energy at me when I'm coming to the store. So I went and I bought stock. And then when I went in there, I saw Rhianna. She looked so bad. That's the judgment of God. And I thank God for that. So just the way God did that judgment, the same energy, the same devil that is trying to be around me and make my area uncomfortable, God is going to kiss an energy trying to literally throw a ray of.
I don't know what the hell she talking about. Shout out to Peters. I don't know what the hell she's talking about. She's tripping. She's absolutely tripping. But these are the type of folks that be on social media 4 hours a day. They got the camera in front of their face. They got an audience. And they talk about crystals and they talk about this energy shit and this. What? Where someone showed me where they had issues. So someone pull up files where they were arguing or they had disagreements about business, or she didn't shake her hand, or she was rude to her, or Rhianna went on some type of tangent and disrespected her. Help me out. What are you referring to, ma'am? What is any of this got to do with anything? And it's people like this everywhere. I can understand if you didn't like their character, like they were horrible human beings and they treated people miserably. If they did your family dirty, if they just were flat out disrespectful, rude, condescending, maybe they weren't the type of person you thought they would be in your head. I understand if they were criminals. I understand if they robbed or stole or they did things to children inappropriately or whatever, or they violated or what. I that. What's the origin here? What is the backstory? No matter how I feel about Hollywood and the people in Hollywood, I would never go out of my way to threaten these people's livelihoods and their harm and all. That's not the type of stuff I'm on. I want people to wake up to how they treat us and how they really feel towards their consumer base. Stop putting money in their pocket. They don't like you. They have other motives and other agendas that they operate from. They're not to be trusted. But to go and say, I'm going to throw on all black, I'm going to take my this and that, and I'm going to go, that's way too much. Slim was tripping. 100%. No doubt about it. That ain't even the only video. She got other ones. And I'm trying to find the other one. Hold up. Let me bring this one up here while I got it. These are the type of people that y'all be listening to on social media, man. And I don't know if you just doing it because you want somebody to laugh at or clown. I don't get the appeal or the humor. I think this shit is creepy. I think people should be more concerned about their friends. I think you should be having more conversations with your folks because I know you probably know somebody who talk like her and act like her.
No, Rhianna, no. You're not the eagle. They will soar high on wings like eagles. Rhianna wants to say that we are flying. That we are flying and we're not. She's not flying. She had a bad day. She looks really stupid and corny. And everyone knows it. But the way that they want to, that girl, the way that Rhianna wants to kill me, she's the one who wants to kill me. The way that Rhianna wants to kill me shows that we're not going to show this right now. But this is my heart, Lord, and I am expecting and waiting in that beautiful time for you to show me what you're going to do and how you're going to deliver this promise. It's in my heart and it's in my vitality, and I'm very, very grateful to you for your abundant graces. Listen, Rhianna, when you die, God is taking me to my future. You want to kill me. Shut the up, okay? Shut the up. Yeah, she's a witch. She's a witch. I'm a watchman. She's a witch. Get that stupid girl out of here. Okay? They can't do this. They can't do this. What about my hands? What about these fingers over here? What about these 3 fingers? What about it? What about it? No, you're not here. You're rebuked. And even if you're here, there are many in this realm. There are many in this realm, and you are rebuked, and Jesus is the king, and you're just kicking and screaming on your way out and perishing. It's embarrassing. No, Rhianna. No.
I don't know what the hell was going on. You know, you know how you be on Instagram or you be on Twitter and you scrolling comment sections. It's definitely disrespectful. You know how you be in a comment section and then you have those those people who don't have regular they don't have regular profile pictures. They just be blank or they be troll pictures and they be saying rage bait stuff. She sounds like one of those people who be in the comment section harassing folks and just be saying ridiculous, weird stuff. I don't understand what the hate is about. Where did it start? Why do you have so much veracity towards this woman? What did she do to you? Like I don't understand it. It sounds like it just comes out of nowhere. And that's the scary part. There's a lot of people like her out here. They have hate clubs, fan clubs, and this is all they do. They spend their time hating on other people. What are you hating on her for? Who told you that it was up to you to save the world? If you feel that strongly towards her, then how do you feel towards Epstein? How do you feel towards Ghislaine Maxwell and Pam Bondi and all them? If you hate her, then you really should have some issues with the people who are really running this country in the mud. The ones that's really disrespecting and killing us off and poisoning us. You should have more energy towards them than her. I don't see it. Obsession that people have with other human beings is sad, man. And I'm glad that nobody was hurt. I'm glad they got her. They caught you at the mall, my nigga. So you went. You can't play crazy. You figured out where she lived at. You geared up. You prepared yourself specifically to do what you did. You did what you did, and then you went to the mall. What did you go to the mall? Like, it's getting worse. It's getting weirder. It's getting sadder. Definitely, it got to be jealous. It has to be jealousy. There's not enough hate in the world to do any of this. This was extreme. And then, like I said before, these are older videos. She's already been talking about this stuff. She's been talking about this shit way before. And it's like, all right, either somebody behind these apps, they're not doing a job because you have folks that are supposed to be monitoring this stuff. You're not doing your job, or you have other agendas. This shit is wild, man. What's the point? What's the point of even being on these platforms if you're not going to do what you're getting paid to do? So she can talk like that for months. You know, let's say she actually got the job done. Let's say she would have actually killed, and like, heaven forbid, I'm glad that didn't happen. Let's say she actually killed one of these kids in that house. Let's say Rhianna, we woke up today, Rhianna's dead. Rhianna's pronounced dead. One of her children pronounced dead because of this right here. Then what would y'all have said? What would the conversation be? You know how many times we done did this? You know how many times we have had this? Well, this could have been prevented if people would have just listened. Why don't people listen? Why don't people listen? Oh, they would have still been alive if they would have just followed up. And I called the police. I called the media. I pleaded to the people. I asked y'all for help. I reached out. Nobody responded. Everybody thought I was joking. Everybody thought it was a parody. You thought it was clickbait. You thought it was a joke. Hee ha ha. And then you end up with a situation. Somebody is no longer here with you. Now y'all crying and you want to sing kumbaya, you want unity, and you want everybody to be on one accord, but you're not on one accord when it matters. They don't care. Most people don't. You don't until afterwards. It's easy to talk about it now because nobody was hurt. But if this would have went a different way, yeah. Mad jealousy. Mad. We gotta start listening. When someone is reaching out for help, listen. You might think it's funny, you might think around. Take it like it's serious. This woman was talking about this for months. Nobody did anything about it. And then she finally said, all right, it's time. How many videos do you come across where people are saying they're suicidal? Or they hate themselves, or they're going through something, and you just scroll past it? It's not funny. It's not a funny clip. It's not a short. It's not a reel. So it's not really of any significance to you. If this woman would have lost her life or her kids would have lost their life, y'all would be screaming all over social media, rest in peace to such and such. You would have been doing tribute songs. You would have been dressing like her. You would have had all types of different collages and pieces made in dedication to her. You would have had visuals and all that, when you could have just prevented this by getting her the fuck up off of social media and having her locked up or put behind bars or committed. This didn't have to happen. That's the whole point of this right here. What happened to Rhianna's house didn't have to happen. If she's doing anything that's outside of the will of God, it's going to be judged one way or another. That's not our place. But for you to have interjected yourself into this situation, you're no different than the rest of them that play vigilante out here, and you have your own dark spirit, hatred-filled motives, trying to step in and play superhero for the world when it's not really about being a superhero. It's not really about doing justice or being a freedom fighter or none of that shit. This shit has something to do with jealousy, hatred. Maybe it's something that we're missing. Hell, maybe we are missing something here. Maybe something happened between them that we don't know about. Maybe this whole story goes beyond just her being sick in the head. Maybe Rockefeller, maybe Jay-Z allegedly has something to do with this. Maybe there is some real dark stuff happening here. Like nothing is off the table. I gotta be the devil's advocate here. I've seen too much. There's too much going on in the world to believe that it could just be this one thing that she's nuts. Maybe she's nuts. Maybe she's jealous. Maybe it's envy. Or maybe she's absolutely on some Orlando Brown type stuff. Remember Orlando Brown? Everybody thought he was nuts. Everybody thought Orlando Brown was out of his fucking mind. But now people are waking up to him and they listening and they taking him more serious. Who knows? All I'm gonna say is, with videos like this, if you see a woman, a child, a man making videos like this, report it. Report it. Don't just scroll by it and ignore it. Don't argue with these people. We got to start taking stuff like this serious. We have to really stop pretending like it's just social media. She's not. She's not dead. She's not. She shot up her house. They arrested her at the mall. I was only saying this could have been prevented. We have this thing where it's like you get the warnings. You get people that reach out to you. You get people that cry out for help. You get people who are literally depressed. They sad. They going through. They angry. They pissed off. They troll. We'll see these videos. We'll see these posts. We'll ignore them and think, oh, they just want attention. They just being thirsty. They ain't really, and then you end up with situations like this, and then it's like everybody wants to act all surprised. No, why are you surprised? It was already there in your face. They were already telling you. And this woman was already telling people for months that she was off her meds. She was on some other stuff. If people would have took it serious when they saw it, maybe we wouldn't be here. And this should be an example. See something, say something. I know people troll. I can't get down with adults trolling and all that. I don't associate myself with that. But if you see something, say something. That one message, that one flag, you could be saving somebody. You really could be saving somebody from something. We got to stop ignoring this stuff. We too grown for that. The woman, we're not taking care of our people enough. We're not taking care of our people enough. The woman has a platform. She's been doing this for a while. Either listening to her for entertainment purposes or you're listening to her because you really believe in what she's saying, and that's dangerous. Some people are just ignoring her altogether. Some people actually think that what she's talking about is doctrine. And there's a lot of people out here that do the same things and move the same way. And with all that being said, be careful with what you consume. Be careful with who's in your circle. Accountability is a must. We got to stop playing with God's name, because she was doing that way too much. Shorty need help. She needs extreme help. She needs like some deep sea. That's why I say, like, I need an origin story. I need to know, like, how did we get here? How do we get to the point where she's just freely doing this like this? She got her look like she got a nice little spot that she in. I see the refrigerator now. She's just not broke. She has to be living fairly good to be able to get a fucking AR-15 or an assault rifle. She has to be doing okay for herself, so she's not handicapped. She's not blind. She's not deaf. That's why I like a part of me don't think she's crazy, but if she is, and y'all didn't, if she has mental issues and y'all let her out and let her roam freely and let her live normal like the rest of us, and you know she got issues, then guess what? You're a part of the problem too. You got crazy ass men and women out here roaming the streets, living like they regular people like us, and they not. Why? Because you don't want to give them the proper medical attention that is required, because you don't want to spend the extra money to diagnose and treat these people. Like, what is it? And just think, this ain't even going to be the last time you hear of a story like this or see a story like this. Matter of fact, you probably already done came across at least 3 or 4 of them. By the end of the day, you done probably seen 10 of them. Something similar. Mental health is a real thing, and that's why I try to talk about it. Whatever happens here, best of wishes to everybody involved. I really hope this opens up a broader discussion about mental health, spirituality, just taking threats more serious, being careful with who we model our lives after, how dangerous it is to be conditioned to be obsessed with rappers and actresses and actors, and it's up to us. Or we can just keep going down this road. Let the crazy people run rapid. Let them out the asylum. I'm glad he got her though. But shout outs to the people. Shout outs to everybody who pulled up this morning. Y'all be careful and y'all be safe out there. I got a show later. I'm gonna try to get back to y'all mornings. Drive safe if you're on the road. Hug your loved ones. Make sure you ain't got nothing malice in your heart. And yeah, let's try to do better, man, with controlling the narratives with who we give power or influence to. Y'all take it easy. I'll see you guys later on, Lord willing.
Mantra, slave song, slave ship, rip skin, made me rip bones. But no matter how close I hide, my ancestors speak. They tell me the tide isn't run on us like we're weak. I haven't been getting sleep, longing to sing until I surpass peak. Until they think we are equal, please. All I want is peace. My ancestors